on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Los Angeles Rams and the Philadelphia Eagles. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. This is taken at the 3. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Back 99 Philly, here we go.
And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. A good run as he works his way for 9 that time, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and just a few inches. An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches.
Back 99 Philly, here we go.
They'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and now the Rams have got it going the other way.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that'll help set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Woods. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you've got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down and put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
Looking to throw on second down. Sullivan. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And he will lose yardage here back to his own 6. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Back to throw. Being chased out left. Ertz has it left side. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
He's got a first down and more past the 30, and finally taken down at the 36-yard line. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Detroit! 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 Detroit!
And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He sets to fire deep, and that's caught inside the 35. And he's taken down all the way inside the LA 10. A big play there for Philly. 57 yards. The Eagles into the red zone for the first time. They've got it 1st and goal at the 7. And they'll go on the ground. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
He'll look to throw. And he lost the football. And the Rams have got it back.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. And he'll be hit and dropped for a loss at the 5-yard line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Let's go! What? None! What? None! Flex round! Flex round!
To throw on 2nd down. Sullivan. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. That'll go for a gain of 13, helping big time to get away from that end zone. 1st down. Thanks to that last play, a little more room to operate. 1st and 10 at the 18. On 1st down, it's Gurley. Limited running room as he'll get about 3 to the 21.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. That one goes for 24 yards. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. On 1st and 10, Sullivan. And Cooks has it over the middle. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
This quarterback now rebounding nicely after the interception. He's hit 4 straight to start the drive. It's first down. Operating from the gun, Sullivan. And that one's complete to Gurley. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Give him 7 on the play, and that'll bring up second down.
Not only did we just see back-to-back nice gains, but we're also seeing the confidence rise, not just for the guy who caught it, but the guy throwing it as well.
And these back-to-back catches here out of the backfield, that can set something up downfield in a later sequence, right?
A lot of the time, it starts to draw the defense closer to the line of scrimmage. So to your point, show this swing pass, show this check down. Maybe later on, you heave one deep when you catch them close to the spot.
On the handoff, it's Gurley. He'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
His throw caught at about the 5. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
They'll try and push it in with Gurley. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up second and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round!
They'll give it to him up the middle. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that's going to bring up an interesting third and goal.
Let's go! Grand 38! Grand 38!
From the gun, Sullivan. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. In for the score. And the Rams are in for 6. Bouncing back nicely from that bad opening drive where he threw the interception. Drive number 2 leads him right down the field and into the end zone.
So obviously his confidence was never lost, and that's a good thing to see. Great quality to have, and you absolutely must maintain that as a quarterback. But I have to think that they're probably still on the script that they prepared for this game. Just the second drive. They've worked on these plays all week in practice. Put them to good use on that one.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense now gets set to head back onto the field. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
Well, you know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's two different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Samson Abukum in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Detroit. Detroit.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Take it from just outside the 30. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Rams will go on offense here for the 1st and 10. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Throwing on 1st down, Sullivan. Throw right side is into the hands of his tight end, Everett. And they move this all the way down to the 9. They give him a gain of 38.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that sure was pretty because the corner route is extremely difficult to defend from my perspective.
What we just saw there, is that sort of the evolution of the tight end position?
Yeah, I think it is because more and more, tight ends are being treated like wide receivers. These are some agile players who can make a play in any spot on the field.
On 1st and goal, Gurley. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Todd Gurley with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Rams add on to their lead. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
And this is no good. Missed the PAT, so they fail to connect, and this remains a 13-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Gone, gone. Gone, gone. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands, That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
His throw incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. Steps away, and he comes back with one complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. They'll run it now out of the gun. Solid running on the carry, but still brought down just inside of the 40. A minute 59 to go in the first half. We'll come back to Philadelphia after this. They'll set up to throw. They'll try to set up the screen. It's complete. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll lead here to a third down. They'll set up a throw. Dancing to his left. And he took the contact as he was throwing it. And the ball drops incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all. And I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Here's Tressway now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And here's a very low-line drive. Almost whiffed on it. Just 21 yards on the punt there. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They go play action here on 1st down. Throw complete right side to Cooks. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That one goes for 24 yards. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already.
Flex round! Flex round!
Off play action. Sullivan. And that's complete to Cooks. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Operating from the gun, Sullivan. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. There's a running back who was a receiver on the play. I think he's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the back. And a double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Sidney Jones. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, Davis.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. They give him a gain of 38.
Lucky 56.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Buying time to his left. And this is caught inside the 5. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. No move for the field goal unit. They're going to go here with 5 seconds left.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll throw now on the final play. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. Alshon Jeffrey, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And Gostkowski's kick is good. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Gostkowski now out to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And the Rams now coming out on the field. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
Flex round.
On first down, Sullivan. He'll throw underneath for Gurley. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Give him 3 on the play, and that'll make this a second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by the linebacker, Jordan Hicks. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
And they'll run it here. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
They'll look to throw here. Aguilar has it. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The quick slant, good for a 1st down, a gain of 12.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Gone! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Zach Ertz that time, and that'll bring up second down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Looking to throw. Got a man open. It's Ertz. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Zach Ertz, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Eagles are back within a score. Gostkowski the extra point, and the lead down to 3 at 13-10. Gostkowski now out to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Rams offense, they work their way back on the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Sullivan. They'll find Everett there, complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. So 2nd and inches after that 1st down completion went just shy of the marker. Now a handoff for Gurley. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. Trying a little razzle-dazzle on 3rd and short. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
And no field goal try here from the red zone offense out there. They'll go for it on 4th. From the gun, Sullivan. Man open, it's Cup. He's got it. And he gets the 1st down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. Back to throw. Sullivan, the quick slant caught. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards. They come out here in the eye. Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. And he takes it across for a Rams touchdown. Todd Gurley with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Rams add on to their lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken in at the 1. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Eagles coming out as they get ready. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Trying to lay one up deep. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
Well, I guess we just discovered that someone is certainly not going to sit back and just take it in this game, huh?
No, they were trying to get that touchdown back in one shot.
One shot, trying to help out his defense and let the other team know they were coming after him.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Gun! Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39. Detroit.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Back to throw here. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves him just short for 4th down. They'll try and throw for it here. And he connects with Ertz. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They're going to look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown and pick it off, just as we saw there.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Sullivan. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Cup. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. It's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained. So they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. The loss of 3 on that 1st down pass play. Now 2nd and 13. Operating from the gun. Sullivan. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you go make a play on the football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, Sullivan. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a 1st down. And that one good for 16 yards and a 1st. Gurley. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Tackle made there by Jordan Hicks.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Looking to throw on second down. Sullivan. It's caught left side by Cooks. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down.
Didn't they tell us in our meetings that they needed to account for him on each and every play?
You think? A guy of his caliber? So how does a guy like him get that wide open?
That usually means there's a tire breakdown on what the coverage was. That everyone thought they were doing something, and they were supposed to be doing something else. But bottom line is, no matter what, you have to know where he is and cover him on every play.
And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to fourth down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
The Eagles offense now, they head back on the field. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Nickel Roby-Coleman there defensively.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Check 50, check 50.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Back 99 Philly, here we go.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Check Mike 27, check Mike 27. Detroit! Detroit! Gone, gone! Gone, gone!
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Looking middle, and it's complete. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
Detroit! Detroit! Check, check, watch the 4, watch the 4. Here we go, D.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And no, it's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Rams get the football in outstanding field position. The Rams offense now making their way out to take over. But they can thank their defense for another stop. And now, look at the score, where they've got the football. They're looking pretty good.
They're looking excellent because now you're thinking to yourself, let's just take some time off the clock. work it down, and, of course, you put another touchdown on the board, you can pretty much say bye-bye to this one.
Play calling here can be a little bit more conservative because of the lead.
A little bit more conservative. The biggest thing, everyone understands how to get the ball downfield and how to stay in bounds and make sure the clock keeps running.
Throwing on first down. Sullivan. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by the linebacker, Nigel Bradham. Two-score game here in the fourth, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a two-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
Detroit! 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 Gun! 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 Go! Go! Go!
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by John Johnson. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
I'm not sure, Brandon, we've seen a sloppier played game this year for a team on offense. Turn it over 4 times and expect to win? No chance whatsoever. And look, I have no idea what the ratio is about turnover 4 times and how that correlates to winning or losing, but I'll guarantee you, it's not very good.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one goes for 24 yards.
Ohio! Ohio!
On first down, Sullivan. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 12 yards that time for number 12 as they move the chains.
Flex round! Flex round!
On first and 10, Sullivan dumps it off to Gurley. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Call it a pickup of 7, and it'll make it 2nd down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're left to...
And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Nigel Bradham coming hard from that linebacker spot. He drops him for a loss of 11. The Rams on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. Operating from the gun. Sullivan. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by the linebacker, Jordan Hicks. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And the Rams got him. They bring him down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. Now they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. They'll set up to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That one goes for 24 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. He'll drop to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. First down now, but that clock rolling. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
Gone!
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Now a desperation, and it's intercepted at the goal line. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. Throwing to start the drive. Sullivan. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Nigel Bradham in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. Got a movement there coming from the middle of the line.
And you understand he wants to get off the ball quickly, but the ball's right in front of him. He has to watch it move first.
So the penalty now moves it up. It's 2nd and 10.
Ohio!
That one looks like he'll throw here. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Give him 30 yards there. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. The guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Everyone dialed in. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for Los Angeles, they keep pace for a playoff spot as they move to 7-3. And they'll return home next week to take on the Indianapolis Colts. Meanwhile, for Philadelphia, they're going the wrong way as this will drop them to 3-7 now on the year. And they'll have a quick turnaround as they're back in action Thursday afternoon at around 3:30 Eastern for the traditional Thanksgiving Day game in Dallas. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long.